Awesome. Yeah. So good morning, guys. I see Mike, Adrian, Rob, Guy, and everyone says good morning. Good morning. Awesome. Thank you. We're on Facebook Live as well. Adil says hello, hello. Linwood says hello, hello. Awesome. The guys who are early here, I always say, you guys have an edge. You may show, you show up early, you're interacting, you're actively participating. Trust me, 95% of the people don't do that. Guyan said you can hear me well. Awesome. Thank you, Guyan, right? 95% of the people in the world, not just SEO or online marketing, in any area of life, they are not actively participating. They are not participants, they are spectators. They have good intentions, but they just want to see, watch, listen, and they are so resistant and afraid to take action. And you guys are doing that. Trust me, that itself is going to put you ahead. Okay, so let's wait for a couple more minutes. I got some exciting stuff. Masterclass day 2. Adil says it's good night here. All right, Adil, it's good night. There's a good evening. Let me see. We got MacBook joining. I'm sure that's not his real name, but whoever he is, welcome. Okay, Mohammed says hello. Awesome. All right, guys. Those of you yesterday, I'm going to start sharing my screen right away. And I'm going to ask you guys all a question. All right. So yesterday, well, first of all, give me a 1 in the Zoom chat or the Facebook Live comments. Give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Just want to make sure. Awesome. All right, 1. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Appreciate that. Just want to make sure. All right, awesome, guys. How many of you attended yesterday? More importantly, how many of you have done your homework and picked your niche? So if you have done your homework, if you went through those 2 websites, the Home Advisor and your list of cities by population, and you did some research, give me a yes for niche, like a hashtag yes or some kind of a yes, so I know that you guys did your homework. All right, Sue Brown says me. Awesome, you did your homework. Mike says me. MacBook says me. All right, MacBook, is that a real name or is that your MacBook computer speaking? Okay, well, welcome. So awesome. So a couple of people have done your homework. Good. Oh, it's Dawal, man, welcome again. Rob says, all right. Rob says home cleaning. He even picked it up. Okay. So awesome. Nick said did research live. All right. So why don't you guys feel free to put your niche and city. So let's say you did home cleaning in Franklin, Tennessee. Put that keyword in the Zoom chat or the Facebook Live. And I'm going to go right now and give some feedback. Okay, so you guys know it. Okay, so Adil says, fortunately or unfortunately, I started building a website in a niche that's not very common, and that's not very uncommon. Okay. You may look into that, Adil, I'm not sure. So we got more people joining, great. So for those who are just joining in, Linwood says, James says, John says, first day. Okay, those who are joining for the first time, if you attended yesterday, if you did your homework and you did your keyword research, like Rob Mullins is the one who's leading, okay? He's given the keyword he's looking for. All right, so a couple of more people giving it up. So if you did your research and if you did, if you found a couple of low-hanging fruits, put it in the chat, in the Zoom chat, because we're going to dive right in and I'm going to give you some feedback. If it's good, if it's not good, what you need to look into that. All right, okay. Adil says appliance repair service. I will avoid sharing the city. Adil, that is very, very, very limited thinking, my friend. Be free to share your whole city and keyword. Trust me, number 1, no one's going to steal it. Number 2, there's abundance in the world. Number 3, like I told you, 95% of the people will not take action. So you just by sharing it out there, you will actually learn more. Even if, let's say, worst case, somebody takes appliance repair in your city and you think somebody stole your low-hanging fruit, trust me, even if there's 5 different rank and renters all ranking in the same city and same niche, there's enough for everyone to make money. Okay, so let's go one by one. Adil says agree. Awesome. Okay, let's go one by one. The first guy who told me what they put up was Rob says home cleaning, Irving, California. So first thing I want to make sure is we will put this up here. We'll put home cleaning, Irving, California, and we will see if it's a low-hanging fruit or not. So the first thing I want to look is what is the population of Irving, California? Rob, dang, your buzz. What do you call it? Your buzz, your dinged or whatever. 273,000 does not fall in the sweet spot. No. Okay, I want it to be 100 to 200 really, like 250K is in the higher end. You actually surpass that and you go on 273. So I would say look into a different city. Okay, I would say absolutely go here and look into a different city. So right away, even before going into anything else, I would say no. Okay, if you just look into this, I'm not saying you won't be able to rank. Don't get me wrong. Okay, you will, with enough work, enough time you put into it, enough money you put into it, enough resources, backlinks, content, you will rank. But right now we're looking for low-hanging fruits. Okay, Sue says busted. That's right, Sue. Rob's busted. Sorry, brother. Find something else. Okay, but that's a good lesson because a lot of people are like, you know, who doesn't want to go to Irvine, California, or Chicago, or Dallas and get the big money? No. We are looking to make the first $300 to $500 to $700 a month. Let's say conservatively, even if it's only $400 a month, we want to be able to understand the process, make the $400 a month, and then rinse and repeat. Do that to 10 small cities and 10 low-hanging fruits. That's $4,000 a month. Okay. So yeah, you busted. Sorry, find something else. Dawal says junk removal, Waco, Texas. Okay, let's look that up. One more thing, Rob, just to show you, look at the number of reviews. Too many reviews. They all have websites. This is not a low-hanging fruit, okay? So let's do junk removal, Waco, Texas, okay? Maybe I should ask Google. So Google says junk removal, Waco. So here you see that 76 a month, okay? Looks good. So far looks good. It's got junk removal in it. The keywords got junk removal. It does not have Waco, so this is okay. It's still not the lowest hanging fruit, but you're fine. The reason I'm saying it's not the lowest hanging fruit is because ideally I would like to see something that doesn't have a website. If it has a website like these ones here, very less reviews, okay? In your case, you're fine. You're on like the higher end of the low-hanging fruit. Okay, Adil's got one more. I'm sorry, Double's got one more. Junk removal, Kent. So let's look at Kent. Is that Kent, WA, Washington? Let's look at that. Yeah, this looks a little bit okay. Still got a lot of reviews. But good news is this is close, so this is okay. You can do that. Here is the second tip you guys want to note down as you're looking for low-hanging fruits, okay? So far, we've been discussing maps. And for those of you who just joined late, I'm already diving into today's lessons, all right? So far, you've only been looking into the maps, right? If you come down and check the organic, you also want to look at the DA. If you have Moz too, this is like a Moz plugin. The domain authority. Now it's not the end all be all, but it's a good gauge. So any domain authority less than 10 or 12 or worst case 13 can be a low hanging fruit. 16 is little on the high end. Okay. Now if you find a domain authority like 93, like these big ones like Yelp and all these bigger websites, don't worry about it. I'm looking for the ones like these, the real companies like Buzz by Junk Removal, right? Or the first one we saw here, 99 junk removal. Real companies, look at their DAs. 16 is okay. 32 is a little bit higher, 23. So just so you know, we'll dive into that deeper later on, but just to gauge. So this is not, it's okay. It's not the best one. And that was got one more, that is window tinting content. I think we discussed content yesterday, so double went after that. Yeah, I like this one. You see that? No website. You see that? Right here, no website. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, he's got reviews, but that's okay because he's got no website. But the most important thing, they all have the word window tint, but no one's got content, right? So if Dhaval goes and just creates a GMB, which we will learn later on, that just says window tinting content, CA, he can rank here almost immediately, maybe with a little bit of optimization of the website, okay? And then if I come down here, DA16 is okay, DA16 is okay, 25, 50, okay, it's not bad. This is better than your junky more one stuff, all right? Let's keep going. Mike Dale says sandblasting. Wow, never heard of that. In Roseville, Michigan. Mike, you in Michigan, brother? I didn't know that. I'm in Michigan too. If anyone's got questions, please feel free to put it in the either if you're on Zoom in the Zoom chat or in the Facebook comments. But let's search for sandblasting Roseville, Michigan. Oh my God, look at this one. Who's this guy? Mike Dale hit it on the head. All right. Okay, so can anyone give me do you think this is a low-hanging fruit? And if so, why do you think it's a low-hanging fruit? Anybody? Anybody? Why do you think this is a low-hanging fruit? So Rob says abundance mentality. Yes, that is so true. That is so important. Okay. Mike says, yeah, no websites. Exactly, Mike. There you got it. No website. Got it. No website first to listing. Everyone says, exactly. You got it. Dhaval says no website, no location and title. Good one. Like it says sandblasting. I don't see the word Roseville, Michigan anywhere. So awesome. This is a good catch. Okay. Limited reviews, low number of reviews. Exactly. This is a good ideal low-hanging fruit, right? And this is what I've been like harping about. This is what I've been telling yesterday also. Like, yes, the other niches are good, but like remember I told you 95% of the people don't really think. If you think a little bit extra, do a research a little bit more, you will find these low-hanging fruits like sandblasting. I don't even know what that is, but apparently there is business there, right? Apparently there's 10 companies advertising in Yelp, 30 companies in Yellow Pages. So there is a potential out there to sell leads, right? I don't even know what sandblasting is. Okay, great. Now, guys, abundance mentality. Just because you saw Mike sandblasting, don't go after sandblasting. If you want to go after sandblasting, make sure you stay away from Roseville, Michigan. There's 50 other states and 1,000 cities in the US and many more in other countries. You get the idea, okay? Go for this, Dave. I think it's Dave, right? Oh, sorry, Mike Dave. Go for it. You got it. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Guyan says Cape Cod bathroom remodeling. So Cape Cod, where is Cape Cod? I have no idea where Cape Cod is. So let's check that out. Where is Cape Cod? It's in, gosh, it's in Massachusetts. Okay. The second thing I would do is what's the population of Cape Cod? 197. Okay, not bad. All right. So far so good for Guyan. Let's say Cape Cod bathroom remodeling, 170 searches. Okay. Now when I come down here, you tell me, Guyan, is this a low-hanging fruit? Anybody here? Is this a low-hanging fruit? Right? Think about it. Number one, everyone's got websites. That's fine. Number two, quite a few reviews. But the most important thing is, look, like there's Cape Cod here, there's bath remodel, bath here. So you've got like, I'm not saying you can't rank, it's not the lowest hanging fruit, right? We are looking for niches, okay? Something like this where just the business name is here, no website here. So when you put up a GMB that says your service and city, you're going to be screaming to the top. So Guyan, unfortunately, I'm not saying don't do it. You can go after it. But if you're looking to make your first $300, $400, $500 a month, you want to see how you can invest less than $200 and make the money. Why do you want to spend $2,000, a lot of backlinks, a lot of content, a lot of work, a lot of money, a lot of time to make the $500 a month? Does it make sense? Okay, guys, you got it. Okay, so let's keep going. Who else has Mike says, have I won anything? Mike, you have won just because you ask, brother, you get a free 30-minute session with me. Ask and you shall receive. Okay, so message me later on, maybe sometime tomorrow or Friday, we'll do a 30-minute session with you. Okay, for free. That's what you want. Just because you ask and you shall receive. Rob says, Cape Cod, lots of wealthy people. All right, Rob, you're doing all the right things. Okay, great thinking. Here is what I'm saying: entrepreneurs separate themselves from others. Well, I guess successful people separate themselves by thinking creatively, right? So Rob says Cape Cod has a lot of wealthy people. Okay, and we know Cape Cod's population is 193. All right, so let's go here. What you can do, I think Guyan came up with Cape Cod or whoever else, you could go here and we could pick a different service and see if we can find that. So let's keep going. Somebody give me a different niche we can search for with Cape Cod. Okay, we got gutting, gutters, roofing, windows. Somebody find a niche. Fencing. Okay, Rob says fencing. So you go here. Oops. Then you go up here, and then you do fencing, Cape Cod. Okay, and see, and then you just leave it, and Google gives you a suggestion. Fencing, Cape Cod, 10 searches a month. Now this one says 1,300 searches a month. Do you see that? Sometimes the numbers are skewed, so don't believe that. It could be a name of a company, and that's why people are searching and it's up there. So, but this is more accurate. So I'm going to search for this and look into this. So Cape Cod fence, Bennett, Cape Cod, right? No one's got, well, this one's got Cape Cod fence. So that's why they have the name. So I wouldn't say this is the low hanging fruit either, but you can keep doing, right? So maybe first for driveway, look, driveway contractors, driveway paving, right? Right here, I got you one right there. Okay, it doesn't have the word driveway anywhere. It may have paving, but doesn't have Cape Cod anywhere. Low hanging fruit. If I just do paving Cape Cod, what does it come up? Paving is here, but no Cape Cod. Do you see that? If I do, I don't know, let's just say concrete, contractors Cape Cod. Let's check that out. Concrete, creative Cape Cod. Nobody's got concrete Cape Cod. You see that? You can still do that. So 7 reviews. This is better, right? So that's how you would do. So good thinking, Rob. Was it Rob? Yes. Guys, if this makes sense, give me a 1. If it doesn't make sense, ask your question. But if it makes sense, give me a 1 in the Zoom chat or the Facebook comments. So we got some Facebook comments here. So Sue Brown says, fencing Lee's Summit, Missouri, looks like. Let's check that out. Sue Brown, here we go. All right, Sue Brown got it one. Looks like she's got a good one so far. But the first thing I want to check is population. Come on, computer. Channel. Is Lee Summit a place? Yeah, Lee Summit. Okay, 97. Perfect. Awesome. So far, so good. Fencing Lee Summit. I see no website. I love it. Okay. These guys have no names. One thing that it makes me hesitate a little bit is this one says fencing Lee Summit. So do you understand why we are going after low-hanging fruits like this? Here is a classic example. Here is a GMB. He's got no website. He's just got the exact keyword and some reviews. You see that? Lee Summit and fence. And he's ranking in the map pack. No website, right? So Sue, you could do this. You could put up a GMB that says fencing Lee Summit MO, Missouri, right? And you could put a website and you might come to the top here. But here's what you want to keep in mind. Number one, people may get confused with this company versus your company. Number two, these local business owners don't have abundance mentality, a lot of them. And so this guy may come after you and say, hey, that's my company name. I'm going to give you a cease and desist, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. Okay. So what I would recommend is you could either go with something like Lee Summit Fencing Pros, something like that kind of a name. So you differentiate it away from this guy who says we submit fencing company, but this is good. So you have it. It's pretty nice. Okay. I think I may have missed out a few more of these low-hanging fruits. Samir says solar panel cleaning Geelong. So I'm assuming Geelong is in Australia. It's in Australia. And I'm assuming it's you have the population. I'm not going to check it. Solar panel cleaning. Okay, guys. Somebody tell me, is this a low-hanging fruit? Solar panel cleaning Geelong. Geelong is the city. Where is it, by the way? Is it Australia? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, solar panel cleaning is a service. Is this a low-hanging fruit? Somebody give me, yes, it's a low-hanging, no, it's not low-hanging. Anybody? Is this a low-hanging fruit or not? Anybody? Dava says yes. Is this a low-hanging fruit? Sue says no. Sue is right. Mike Dale says no, right. Why is this not a low-hanging fruit? Number one, I don't find anything without a website. But even if that's the case, there are keywords in the name of the GMB. Geelong is right here. Solar is right there. Cleaning is right there. Geelong is right here. Solar is right there. So, you know, it's, again, am I saying you can't rank for it? You can, but right now we're looking for low-hanging fruits. All right. So you got it, Sue. You got it, Shabazz. Okay, great. I may be leaving out a few other guys who, if I missed out anybody else's, okay, here we go. Tile fitter Regina. Okay. Again, first thing I would check is Regina, I guess, is in Canada. But let's just see. Population 228,000. Okay. I would ideally see if you can be under 200,000 guys, but that's okay. So let's look into this tile fitter Regina. Okay, so here's a different example, right? Some niches in the map pack, they don't show the website, like tiles, tile repairs, anything with tiles, they don't show the website. But that doesn't mean there is no website. If I go click on more places, and then click on each of these guys, they have a website. Click on this one, they have a website. Click on this one, you see that? So sometimes in some services, Google doesn't show that. Okay, Google doesn't show the website, but that doesn't mean there is no website. So you may want to reconsider this. I don't know who it was, but you got the idea. Adil says Suffolk County appliance repairs. So first thing I would do, Suffolk County population. Why are you going after county? 1.4 million population. Ding, busted, Adil. I've been hitting on your head for the last 24 hours saying low hanging fruit. 1.47 million is not low. I know you're in India, maybe, or Pakistan. That's a low hanging fruit in India, maybe. But trust me, not in the US. You want to find 100,000, 200,000 population. Find a city in this county and you may be better off, all right? Let's go quickly. Did I leave anybody out, guys? Did I leave anybody? Oh, I got all these questions here. Adil, Kenneth says, I did some research, but had a hard time figuring out how to apply the strategy in my country. Only 4 cities. Okay, what country are you in, Kenneth? Maybe you could go regions. Yeah. So if you're in a country, I don't know, Australia, New Zealand, UK, there are not too many cities on 100,000. You could go after regions too. It's not the population really. You want to look into things like this. Okay, so things like this, right? Where in the map pack, do you see a map pack? There's 1 or 2 has a website, but other ones don't have a website. Okay, the exact keyword does not appear in GMB. That's what you need to look into. Nick says, I have a site ranking for weed control. I'm just wondering, is weed control a good niche for $1,000 a month? I don't know, right? How would you find out if it's a good niche for $1,000 a month? Weed control. Again, if you have any questions on a niche, okay, is weed control a good niche to make money? How much is it? Go to this website called google.com and you ask the question, weed control price. Okay. How much do I charge for weed control? $65 to $1 per treatment. Okay. So then you need to use your mind and think, if every call I send the customer is an average of, let's say, $100, and I send him 10 calls a month, that's $1,000. Can he pay me $1,000? I don't think so. Does it make sense? But something like tree removal price, right? What's the cost? Anywhere from $150 to $2,000. The average tree removal, I think yesterday we saw, right? Where was that? Where was that? Let's go here. The average tree removal job is 1,200. So if I send him 10 calls a month, 12,000, will he pay me $1,000? Absolutely. You see that? That's how you need to start thinking. Jill says, what extension are you using? Jill, I'm using an extension called this one here, Keywords Everywhere Tool. Keywords Everywhere. It's a paid tool. You don't need the paid tool. You could go to something called ubersuggest.com. It'll redirect it to this URL, and you can put anything here. So let's say we take, we put, what is it? One of your, I don't know. Sorry, what am I doing? Go away. Oh, so here, you put that over here, US, Canada, wherever you are. So let's just say, I don't know, dentist, Chicago. And then it'll give you, this is a free tool if you want to use, okay? But I'm using a paid tool. And it's not a lot of money. This paid tool is, in my opinion, is very, very useful, this keyword tool. It's like 1 cent a search or something like that. Okay. So let's quickly go. Okay. Any other questions? Anyone's got questions? Anyone's got questions? Okay, I think we're good. Okay. I think we covered everyone. If I did not look into anybody's low-hanging fruit, please let me know. Put it in the chat, put it in the comment section, and we'll cover it. Okay. Okay, Denmark. Kenneth says Denmark. Yeah, so if you're in Denmark and you don't have too many cities, just look for region. It doesn't matter. Yeah, just go with the same criteria. Last search for Mohammed Faraz. New market, tree removal. New market. Where is new market? New market is in Ontario. So Ontario population. What's the population of New Market, Ontario? 90,000. Okay, good. So far, so good. What are you searching for? Tree removal. Tree removal, new market. All right. So this looks good. Yes, it's got a lot of reviews, but that's okay. You can still rank just by putting up a GMB that says tree removal, new market. Anytime I see a lot of reviews like this, especially after the last update, Google it counts reviews a lot. So you may just have to come up with reviews. You don't need 117 reviews, but you may need 20 reviews to, to kind of come up and stick. Not the lowest hanging fruit, but you're okay, right? Okay, let's go on. So far, so good. Rob says, need to consider the lifetime value of a client. Absolutely. Rob, hit on the head. Rob, man, you don't look like a newbie, brother. You know what you're talking about. You need to consider the lifetime value for the client. Absolutely. Okay, awesome. So let's move on. If you guys are excited so far, if you guys love this so far, if you're ready to move on, just put in a move on or let's move on in the chat and the Facebook comments. That will be so helpful. Just put in the move on, let's move on, something like that. So I know you guys are excited. We'll go to what do we do next? Okay. All right, ready to move on. Awesome. Let's put it in Facebook too, so people know that would be awesome. This is amazing. Ready for more, Adrian says. Awesome. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Adrian Shabazz. Yep. Guys on Zoom, if you can also put it in the Facebook, it might be useful just for, what do you call that? Just for having everyone participate, I guess, whatever. So let's jump into it, okay? Here is where we go with this, okay? Where are we? We're going to dive into this. Okay, here is the ranking process you need to understand, okay? Ready for today's lesson? Okay, Soon we'll come to that. GNB, all of it will be coming on. Okay. Today's session, there are hundreds of ranking factors in Google. Okay. Every other Google SEO guru out there, every SEO guru and the guru's grandma, they're teaching something that's apparently the biggest thing that's working. Somebody's saying schema, somebody's saying embed, somebody's saying the Google, the GMB, CID, URL, somebody's saying all of that crazy stuff, right? Here's what I want you to understand. Yes, there's probably 100 ranking factors, but our goal is to make money, a freedom number, $4,000, $5,000 a month. And that's the first thing we need to do. And to make that money, we don't need to learn all of that. We need to find the most important 4 or 5 ranking factors that takes care of 80% of the work. We are looking to pick a fight with a toddler. I know it's a gross example, okay? We are picking a fight with a toddler, not with Mike Tyson, okay? What do I mean by that? If I want to rank for a city of 100,000 population in one of these, here, I just need to look into 4 or 5 most important ranking things and take care of it, and I'll be good. But if I want to rank for some crazy keyword like make money online, that's a keyword that's very, very competitive, or grow your biceps or something, right? Affiliates, like huge national level keywords, then you may need to put in a lot more ranking factors into it, right? Think of it like this, guys. If you want to fight with a toddler, you could be really out of shape and you should be able to knock the toddler down. I know it's a bad example, but I hope you get the point. If you want to fight with Mike Tyson, brother, you better spend the year eating right, training well, exercising, working out, boxing skills, all of that, right? So Mike Tyson in our case would be make money online keyword, or selling gold online keyword, gold affiliate keywords, right? Hair extensions keywords, like big keywords like that. Personal injury lawyer, New Jersey, New York keywords. But yes, SEO is a keyword, you got it. But to be able to rank for window tinting Taunton, Colorado, you could really mess up a lot of things and still be able to rank. You could mess up title tags, you could mess up keyword research, you could mess up on-page optimization and still be able to rank. Remember yesterday I showed you this website, junkremoval.ipsilanti.com. This is really not the best website. It's an ugly looking website, no GMB. How many pages do I have on the website? 8 pages, right? But if I do a search for junk removal Ypsilanti, Michigan, how many searches a month? 20 searches a month. I'm not here anywhere. I'm number 2 here. And I do get calls, at least 2 calls a week, sometimes more. Does it make sense? I'm not even sending those calls to a contractor. I probably should. This was a case study we did in our course, right? You see how low hanging, no one's got reviews. If I just put a GMB, I'll scream to the top here. Does it make sense? So that's what I'm looking to see, right? Don't worry about all these big gurus talking about big things. Once you understand the basic fundamentals, the foundation, Google is a bot, is an algorithm, and you can make your money and you know the ranking process, then you go to schema and GMB, CID, URL, and all this crazy other shit that people do. Make sense? Okay. Jill says, what do you think of Google guaranteed ads at the top? There's nothing to think, Jill. There's 100 things in Google. Google is not a non-profit, it's a for-profit company. They want to get into the PPL, paper lead game, and that's how they got into this. But there is Google's business always has to have a search, right? It's a search engine. It's not a paid engine. So this will always be there. And as far as this is there, we will always make money. Number 2, junk removal. Let me show this example, okay? They don't get all the clicks. I'm going to show you why, okay? So Jill says, these guys will take our business. When I search for the main keyword, these ads come up. write this down, guys. Only 30% of the people doing the searches search for the solution, junk removal ypsilanti, the exact keyword. 70% of the people, they search the problem or like a related long tail keyword. So some will search for like best junk removal ypsilanti, or some will search for need to hire a junk removal company in ypsilanti. There's no URL. I mean, there's no paid ads for this, right? And if I had done my job right, my website should come up for long tail. We'll dive into that deeper. This is an example where we did not do real good keyword research, but you get the idea. So you will be able to rank for all these long tail keywords. That's what I'm going to go into. Make sense? Okay. So let's dive into it. So first, you want to pick this. We got that. Second is keyword research. All right. We're going to dive into keyword research today. So whatever the low-hanging fruits you guys have picked, this is how you go keyword research. So the first guy who puts your either in the Zoom chat or the Facebook live comments, the first guy or gal who puts your keyword, whatever your low-hanging fruit, I'm going to pick that and go with keyword research. I'm going to go detail and show you. The first guy who puts it, come on, go for it. Who is the first guy who's going to put your lowest hanging fruit? Adrian says, drywall repair, Vacaville. There's a city called Vacaville, California, right? Number one is a low-hanging fruit. I love it, Adrian. You got it, brother. This is exactly what I'm talking about. No website, no website, no website. Awesome. Let's just make sure the population is not too small because we don't want too less of a population. 98. This is awesome. You got it, right? Here is what I would do. Okay, Adrian hit this on the head, guys. Drywall repair, Vacaville. Okay, here is how I would do competition analysis, keyword research. Number one, I would go down and don't worry about this Yelp. Anytime I see the big directory sites like Yelp, Thumbtack, Home Advisor, Yellow Pages, Angie's List, BBB on page one, I'm excited. You know why? That means there's nobody optimized only for this keyword. These guys are ranking. Okay, here's a question a lot of people have. Let me open this up. Oh my God, Yelp is a DA 93. Oh my God, Thumbtack is a DA 75. How can I outrank them? I'll show you exactly. These guys are ranking not because they are optimized exactly for this keyword. They're ranking because they just are in a page on a big domain. What do I mean by that? Let me show you. Okay, give me a second. Okay, does it make sense so far, guys? Are you guys following me? Give me a yes if you're following me. Give me a no or ask you a question if you're not following me. But here is what I mean by that. Let me open Ahrefs. Okay. So what did I do is I took this URL that's ranking and I put it in Ahrefs. Okay. You see it's ranking number one. When I put it in Ahrefs, it's only got one domain, only one backlink. So how come it's ranking with one backlink? You know why? Because Yelp.com, the big domain, it probably has hundreds of thousands, if not millions of backlinks and domains linking to it. It's so very powerful. So you put them in a page, it's going to rank immediately if it's a low-hanging fruit. Does it make sense? Okay. So let's jump into this. Almost 1 million domains linking to it, 209 million backlinks. Make sense? So let's open up Thumbtack. Okay, if I take this exact URL and put it in Ahrefs, okay, let's see how many backlinks does it have. One backlink. You see it? How come it's ranking with one backlink? Because Ahrefs itself has so many. It's very powerful. Does it make sense? So these guys are ranking. Anytime I see these bigger directory sites, I'm so excited. You know why? Because it just tells me these guys are ranking because nobody here is optimized to rank here. Such a low-hanging fruit. So what I would do is I would go to this website called Google Keyword Planner. Okay, it's a free tool. Click on this. Okay, go to Keyword Planner. Now I have quite a few accounts. You probably have one account. Just open it up. What we're going to do is this. What was the keyword again? Drywall repair Vacaville. So I'm going to search here for drywall repair, and then I'm going to come here, and instead of United States, I'm going to put your city, Vacaville, California. Okay, and now you see it says 370,000 population. That's because it takes the extended area, okay, which is good for us because we can scoop up a lot more keywords. So now I'm going to do deep keyword research, get results, and voila, Google is going to give me everything related to drywall repair, right? 1,000 keywords. Now, not all of them may be relevant, but you get the idea. So one of the biggest mistakes SEO companies, SEO guys and gals do is, okay, I'm going to rank for drywall repair, right? I'm going to rank for drywall repair in Vacaville, California. So they put a website, they will optimize it for Vacaville repair, Vacaville and drywall repair. But that's, like I said, only 30%. This drywall patch, this is a keyword, sheetrock related keyword, you know. These are similar ones, drywall wall, hole filler, cracks, patching, fix hole, fix a hole. So you can literally scoop up all of these keywords, make sense? Thousands of those. Some of them are repeated. Eclipse wall patch, okay, repair, wall putty, ceiling crack repair. Does it make sense? You scoop up all of these, rapid wall repair, right? Okay. And when you create content with all of these keywords, DAC, sheetrock, we always covered it, near me keywords, does it make sense? When you scoop up all of these keywords, all you have to do is go here and you can just import it, download it to a Google Sheet. You see that? And you have all the keywords and you create content around those keywords and your website will have all those keywords. So now when somebody searches for sheetrock, I don't know, what is sheetrock repair? Whatever that was, you get the idea, right? Sheetrock, I don't know. Let's just say it was sheetrock repair. I'm not even sure. Okay, you will come up with that too. Again, look at that low-hanging fruit. You see that? Okay, this is how you do keyword research, by going deep into this, because you got literally thousands of it. Does that make sense? Don't just only go for drywall repair. Okay, here is the math on this, right? Let's say with drywall repair, you're ranking the website and you get, let's say, 2 calls a week. Okay, that itself is good. We can send him 10 calls. But now you also get another 2 calls a week for sheetrock, okay, repair, drywall patch repair, I guess, like, you know, all this, another 2. So now instead of 2 calls a week, you're getting 6 calls a week. So with the same website, you're ranking for multiple keywords. Does that make sense? Okay. Anybody with me on this so far? Any questions on this, guys? Give me a make sense in the chat on the Facebook Live. Give me a doesn't make sense, or ask a question if it doesn't make sense. Okay, that's how you do this. Then you create content. Oh, how do I create content? Simple. Look at the competition. If there's not much competition here, like you go here, look at that. If there's not much competition, go search for the same thing in a bigger city so you can get ideas from guys who are ranking. So let's say in a big city like Chicago, this guy is ranking. Open him up and see. Okay, he's a Google site. Look at that, right? Let's open this guy up. Okay, and now you can get other services he's looking for. Now, obviously, he's the handyman. He's got so many things, you don't want to do it, but you get the idea what I'm saying. Let's open this guy. Let's see if this guy makes sense. Okay, this one here. This is a rank and run site. I can tell by just looking at it. He's done the research for you. I think it's Adrian. Go to this guy, and you can look at all the services he's doing. He's a rank and rent site. How do I know this? This is a group that teaches you how to do the same thing I teach you for 6,000 bucks. In fact, they don't even teach you PBNs, and I teach you that. Okay, but this guy's done all the work for you. You can put drywall taping, mudding. You see that? Follow the same the model of the website, and you got it. Does that make sense? Okay. So today we covered this, guys, on page. Content keyword research. Any questions on this so far? Anybody? Anybody has questions on this? Let me know. Okay. So if you're here for the first time, if you haven't done your due diligence on low-hanging fruit, I would highly encourage you to do that. Do your low-hanging fruit first. Okay. Find your niche. Okay. Find your niche, and then do this keyword research. Jill has a great question. Do you put all your keyword on one page? Awesome question. Okay, so Jill says, hey, I got this keyword, all of that. I went to keyword Google Planner, I got all the keywords. Do I put all of them on the first page? Great. Anytime you have a question, go to Google, find other guys, bigger guys, Chicago, and look, this guy has a separate page for plastering. So all your plastering keywords will go here. Separate page for sheetrock. It doesn't even have sheetrock. All your sheetrock will go here. Separate page for taping. All your taping keywords will go here. But on the home page, it's okay to mention all of it at least once. Okay? Why? Because homepage is where, when you come to GMBs, you'll understand it more, but you want to put everything on your homepage. Like this guy's put sanding, cleaning, wallpaper, everything on the homepage, but it's still optimized for drywall repair. That's about it. Okay, in this case, commercial and drywall repair. He's not optimizing it for plastering or anything. So on the homepage, you can write about all the services we provide, but like other keywords, you want to put it in the inner pages. Okay, hope that answers your question. Anyone else has got any questions? Awesome. Okay, so here's what I would love for you guys to do. Do your research, because if I'm just talking and you're listening and then you're not acting on it, you might as well not listen to it, right? So if you haven't done low-hanging fruit, though, it's not going to be easy. I would spend days and weeks on this website and this website trying to find the lowest hanging ones so I can make my money easy, right? I'm not, don't expect to spend 15 minutes and find. You may find one, but I would say spend half an hour to an hour every day for the next 5 days or 10 days till you find 2, 3, 4, 5 good ones. And then you can put up 1 or 2 and go from there. Does it make sense? Once you do that, then I would say do your keyword research, competition analysis. When I say competition analysis, what do I mean by that? Okay, here's what I mean by that. Remember this guy in Chicago, the big guy who's ranking for a lot of keywords? I can go pick that guy up, or one of the other competitors who are ranking for your keyword. Okay, I can go to a website, a tool like Ahrefs. Okay, just opening up Ahrefs. Give me a minute. And I can put it in Ahrefs and I can see what other keywords is he ranking for. Look at this guy. He's the same niche as Adrian's drywall repair niche. He's ranking for 340 keywords. And now I can get ideas. Oh, drywall contractors, commercial driveway, metal stud framing. You see the keyword framing, right? We can get a lot more ideas. Plastering, suppliers, plaster contractors, metal stud. If he's a painter, painter, framing, so you can get more ideas. Does it make sense? Okay, that's what I meant by keyword research. Competition analysis. Then you do your content. How do you do your content? Just follow other guys, look at other guys in bigger cities. So somebody said appliance repairs, some smaller city, right? Let's just say, I don't know, Cary, North Carolina, okay? Now, let's say let's say this is a low-hanging fruit. It doesn't look like a low-hanging fruit, but let's say this is a low-hanging fruit. You're in the appliance repair city. Go search appliance repair Dallas. Find one of these bigger ones you're ranking. Okay. And find out, okay, how he's made out his website, how he's built out his website. Does it make sense? Like this guy here, let's see what kind of service pages does he have. He has this, he has services. Look at that. He's got a drop down, but he doesn't have a drop down working. Whatever, but you get that. Or you can do this SIT colon, and you can get other ideas. In this case, he doesn't have much. But what I'm saying is find websites in other cities and you can get ideas for service pages. Okay. If this doesn't make sense, here's an easier trick for you. Once you find these, right, if you do your due diligence on the niche, you will find out what kind of services you want to put up, right? So drywall repair is your service, looks like. Sheetrock repair could be a different service. Wall patch hole, like you could just make sense out of this. Or easier would be Google different cities and find out different services. Okay. So in appliance repair, it may not be the best example, but I know if I do free service Dallas, okay, I can pick one of these websites. Okay, JP3s or whoever. Okay, and then I can see these guys are going to need tree removal is a service page, a separate page for tree trimming, separate page for this. Does it make sense? Another rank and run website, guys. I'm telling you. Looks like a rank and run website. Pretty sure it is, right? Adrian says, for content, do we need to include city names to avoid duplicate content? Yeah, it's a good one. Now, Google is smart enough. Here's a tip I'll give you. So, you know, we have 1,000 keywords here, right? If I go to the first page, right? So here's a keyword drywall repair near me. Another keyword drywall patch. Here's a keyword repair. So drywall, the word drywall is here, it's here, it's here, right? It's in so many places. The word repair, it's here, you get the idea, right? So when you're creating content, you don't have to put this whole thing once and then this thing again once. You don't need to do that. Why? Because this keyword has drywall, and the word drywall is already in this keyword. So you don't have to repeat it. You just put patch somewhere once. When you put this keyword, repair is already here. So you just have to put sheetrock somewhere once. If you put it also okay, but as you go through 1,000 keywords, you will find the keywords like drywall and repair and wall, like common ones repeated so many times, you don't want to over optimize it. That's all. Great training, Lynn says. Thank you. I must watch the last session to get caught up. Absolutely, right, guys? Absolutely. Okay. I'm going to close today's session with this. We will continue on Friday. But if you don't do this, and if I just go to this and this, it's not going to make sense, guys. Please understand. Okay. Because I'm going to show you a glimpse of what I'm going to show in the next class. These are the things that you need to know. In fact, this is the stuff I teach in my course in depth. We don't go by what the Google SEO gurus show you. We go by what Google algorithm, the bot, the Google algorithm looks for. And I have reverse engineered literally hundreds of websites. I always do that. That's what I love to do. I'm not the best marketing guy when it comes to marketing and selling stuff, but I'm pretty decent and good at reverse engineering Google. I love talking to Google. I'll tell you, if you know how to do this in this order, you are set for life as we know it. You are set, meaning any type of Google updates will not shake you if you have this set. And we're going to dive deep into this, okay? I'm going to go deep into this, on-page optimization, all of these, okay? But if you don't do this, it just doesn't make sense. There's no point, okay? So I'm going to stop with this, guys. Do me a favor. If you guys are mind blown here, let me do me a favor. If you guys are mind blown in the Facebook group here in the live session here, just put a comment that says mind blown, something like that. Okay, absolutely. Whatever comments you're putting in the Zoom chat, if you can put it here, it'll be useful. And I'll tell you why, because I have 5,000 people in my Facebook group. I give so much value that I think even people who pay for other courses don't get. I give it for free. But honestly, there's a lot of people here who don't have my course. I would love it if somebody gets into my course. That's all. So I'm not saying you need to buy my course. I'm going to teach you everything. But if you put it over here, it's going to help me so much. Okay. So Friday, 11 o'clock, let's meet again. I want to make sure I put it on my calendar. Friday, 11 o'clock. Put it on my calendar. And we are going to dive deep into stuff like this, which is crazy stuff. Where did it go? Okay. You just need to know this, guys. But if you don't do these three from today to Friday, it just won't make sense. So would love that. Okay. Anybody's got any last questions? Go for it. Rob says, good session, lots of insights. Thank you. Rob, if you can just copy the same thing that says good session, lots of insights, see you Friday, and you put it on the Facebook Live on the comment, I will appreciate that. Or you can put a Facebook post. I don't care. Just saying it was, just show your excitement in the Facebook group. It will be helpful. You get the slides, Dale, Mike Dale. I will do it once we finish everything, because you can see how much stuff I'm adding. Like every day is a work in process. How do you build trust? How do you build authority? Hey, I'm not going to show you all that right now. It's all coming on Friday and then next week. Okay. And then I have a mind-blowing stuff on client acquisition. So the goal is by this time Friday, by this time next week, you guys will know a lot more than some of these guys, some of these SEO gurus too. Trust me on that, if you really understand. Okay. Thank you. Adrian says great information, invaluable learning. Thank you. Ashish says mind blown. Linwood says mind blown. Thank you guys. That is awesome. Awesome. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. With that, I will see you Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern. If you guys have questions, tag me and ask me in the questions in the preview. All right. See you guys. Bye.